because of the way it's constructed, actually truly, genuinely gives you a chance to succeed, no matter where you came from and what you look like. But what matters is what you do and how you do it. Both those, what and how, matter enormously. You can't just do the what and not the how. But what and how you do matters, and I believe that passionately. I would say it would be more challenging if I'd been in continental Europe in some ways. But that's not the case in the United States. So that's not as much of an issue. In fact, you do stick out a mile when you look the way I do, and you kind of walk into a company which is a Fortune 50, Fortune 100 company, and you've got, as I said, 200,000 people at Citi who work for me. You've got to get comfortable with your skin and have a little bit of confidence in yourself as compared to worrying about what the other person is thinking about you. You're going to get stared at. I walked in today, I was telling you, and I was walking into your cafeteria, and why the hell is everybody staring and looking at me? And then I discovered you put my photograph on every table, which is the most embarrassing thing in the world here. And I walk in, there's this damn tent card everywhere. And like, oh God, no wonder they're staring at me. So that's not a good thing. But you can use that to your advantage if you care about talking to people. It's a great conversation opener. I've made friends who've talked to me about why I look the way I do, and they're still the best friends I've had out of a casual conversation. So not in work life. In your personal life, yeah, it can be quite interesting thing. I mean, look, there are times like after 9/11 when life was very complicated for me. And I lived in New York City at that time, and I'd say the best way I could describe it to you is I got shouted at and abused with verbal abuse, no physical abuse, fortunately, many times. But you find your way through it because you realize that only 0.5% of the people, or smaller than that, are doing that. The other 99.5% of the people around you are actually on your side. And they care deeply about what you're feeling at that time. And so that kind of, if you have that strength, you can get through a lot of stuff. I mean, I still get randomly pulled out for checking at TSA. I'm the ultimate random check guy. But, so what are you going to do? You can't fight that. You got to just take it with you. So personally, a lot of things come around you. My boss at Citi at that time was boss's boss's boss, was Sandy Weil. And he called me the second day after these issues erupted in New York City and said to me, listen, you're not going to fly commercially for the next few months. You can have the company plane, which I was not entitled to at that time, to go wherever you've got to go. I'm not taking a chance with you getting caught up in security at the airports. You're not going to do that. Rule 1. Rule 2, you need a car to bring you back and forth from home. I used to walk in Manhattan to work. You can have my car. And I used to still walk to work because dealing with it is more important than hiding from it. And yes, I got the looks and I got the odd comment, but I walked to work and I walked back. And once in a while, my boss used to come to my house and walk with me to work. That's pretty cool. That's leadership. And it matters. So you can deal with it. It's more of a challenge in that personal side than at the work front. The work front was never a problem.